Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video, we'll be looking at today's Warhammer Fest online preview, which introduced us to the new edition of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. If you saw Warhammer Fest today, you would have seen these awesome miniatures that have been previewed, and the Stormcast are really getting some great additions, and I'm really starting to get into the Stormcast now, as we've done some deep dives previously for Warcry, but now looking at what's coming for Age of Sigmar, and this new edition, it just looks amazing. And so in this video, we'll just go over all the new releases and talk a little bit more about what was released for the new edition of Age of Sigmar. And let's dive straight in with Indrasta, the Beast Slayer. And this was the first model they previewed. And so we'll get some close-ups in this video. And she's looking really great. The details obviously are going to be fantastic as we expect. But look at these wings. They're really cool. Such great detail. I love the feathers on these. And they just look like huge. It looks like a massive model. And I love how they're really starting to incorporate these like really scenic bases now. And here we can see up close in her entirety. She's just looking brilliant. I mean, the way they've done this base is awesome. You can see it's all swampy, which is giving us a clue as to what the adversary for the new edition is going to be. So I can't wait to find out and get some confirmation on that. And we'll take a look at some images and go through some predictions later on in this video. But here you can see now up close those really awesome feathers, and this spear looks amazing. Really great. I love the jewels in there and that like hieroglyph or rune mark like glowing on it. And now we can see a closer up image of this tree here, and there's some kind of little squirrel beast running down it. That looks really fun. So that looks mad. And now we can look in at the close, and wow, a great face. I'd love to be able to paint like that. But really nice, and some great detail in here. This is really awesome. So this was just the first model, and what a great way to get things started with this Beast Slayer. And I love the direction this is going in already. And here we've got some artwork. Again, we'll talk about this a little bit later on, but we've got a little clue here as she's fighting some giant beast with loads of different little beasts all piled up with some big teeth. So this is looking really fun. The next miniature we saw is a new one called the Vindictor, and this one looks really cool. I love the pose that we've got here, looking really strong, and some great looking armour there with this big long spear and the shield. And yeah, this is another great addition. At first I thought, oh, it's a little bit like all the others, but the more I look at it, the more I like it. And I think you'll see in a second as we look at some variations, you can put these, or this particular model, in loads of great poses. But I love this on the back, the sword there, and the little piece of material just flowing with the inscriptions on. And here's a close-up of the shield. This is really nice. And I would have liked to have seen a round shield on these. I thought that would have looked cool. But still, it looks great. I mean, come on, it's so good. And then now we're going to see some variations and different paint jobs on these. And here's the gold colour. And here's another one, another style we can do them in for one of the other like factions. And again, the black looks really cool. And you can see you can really position these differently. But this is my favourite by far. The white looks awesome, that white armour. But this pose is brilliant. I really like this. And hopefully we can bring that shield up a little bit higher. And that would be really great. So really looking forward to seeing more of these. But here he is in his full glory, stood there looking really great. And this was a nice little addition. And this is going to be like an infantry. So I'd imagine if you play Age of Sigmar, you'd have quite a few of these all lined up. But in Warcry, I think this is going to be really fun. But it's this beast that came out next. This big guy. I was really happy because I got a round shield. So that was great. And on top of that, this massive hammer, which I think just looks brilliant. And this big guy is called an Annihilator, and I think he's going to be awesome on any battlefield. I'd love to see what this is going to be in Warcry. Certainly got the potential for a leader here, you know, in upwards of 200 to 300 points for sure. It's going to be great fun. But in Age of Sigmar, it's going to be great too. So really excited for this, and I definitely want to include this in my Warcry warband. So that's the three models that we saw today, and wow, they're all so good. I mean, at first I thought, oh, maybe it's going to be just more of the same, but they've really done some great work here, and I especially like that big Annihilator. I think it's going to be really fun. But one thing I really like from today's preview is we got to see this map. I love drawing maps and creating different worlds like this, and this map's set in the scene now for a new area that we'll be exploring in Age of Sigmar for sure. And this is going to come across loads of beasts and new monsters and new enemies to fight against. And it told us that the narrative of the new edition sees the forces of order pushing out across the mortal realms to finally reclaim lands lost since the Age of Chaos, and establishing outpost cities and growing Sigmar's realm step by step. And we're going to see them battling all across Gur, and it says in particular the forces of destruction are rising up in droves as their newly awoken god Kragnos begins a rampage of epic proportions. So this is really cool, setting the scene in the Gur, which is really awesome. And we're also going to see in Gur, you can see on the map, Beastgrave, so we're kind of tying in to a little bit of the narrative behind the underworlds as well. So I really like that. This is also a great hint that tells us that the new box sets that come out with the edition, as they do with all the editions, is going to include potentially an adversary from the Order of Destruction, but maybe a new one. And so I can't wait to see what that's going to be. With all these different beasts that are popping up now, we could literally see anything. So hopefully it's going to be a new faction. That would be amazing. And with Destruction, there isn't too many factions within it, so getting a new one would be great, and that's something that's not uncommon once a new edition comes out too. So I'm really excited about that, and watch this next video coming up that they release now, which is going to give us a few more clues as to who we might expect.
Three brave soldiers went to the bog. One disappeared right into the fog. Two brave soldiers went to the mire. One disappeared from around the fire. One brave soldier went to the fen. None of the soldiers were heard of again.
So that's pretty cool, and I thought once I saw that, maybe this is something to do with Beastgrave, about these silent people that keep kind of hearing about and popping up, but I think I'm a bit off there. And one of the Patreons said in the Discord group that it could be the FIMIR, F-I-M-I-R, and they look amazing, and I think that would be a great adversary for the Stormcast. A really cool contrast between two different styles of fighting, and I'm sure there's going to be some amazing swampy monsters included in that. So let's wait and see, but I can't wait to find out more about this. But what a great week. We've had some amazing miniatures released throughout Warhammer Fest, and maybe some of the games we like, Warcry, Kill Team, we didn't get anything for, but I'm sure we will as the weeks progress. But what do you think about today and the rest of the week? What are you looking forward to? And any predictions for the adversaries? Who do you think that the Stormcast are going to face in the new box sets? So it'd be awesome to hear what you think. So join in the comments below and let me know your thoughts and predictions. I'd also love to hear what your favourite model is that you've seen this week in Warhammer Fest. For me, I really like these dire wolves and also this Lord on the Wolf on the left. I thought that was a really great model. But then, out of the blue, came these beast snaggers, and this set looks incredible. I mean, I don't play 40k, but this model could just sell it to me completely. I love this with the weird wig, that's crazy, and these squig riders look insanely good. And then another set that could possibly be my favourite from the whole week, a Gaunt's Ghosts, and again, I don't play these, but I really like these miniatures. I think the poses and the sculpts are fantastic. I'd love to get these just to paint and even use in other games as proxies. I think it's been a real great week all round. We've seen some really interesting characters and miniatures, and I can't wait to find out more. And I'll certainly be doing more videos as we get more updates for Age of Sigmar, the new edition. If you like this kind of content and would like to support the channel, then please check out my Patreon page. And thanks to everyone who's joined so far. It's really awesome. We hang out on Discord, talk about the hobby, share ideas and help each other out. And you'll get some perks there that you're not going to find anywhere else. So I'll put a link in the description, and it'll be great to see you there. I hope you enjoyed the video and you're excited about the upcoming new edition for Age of Sigmar. I'm sure we're going to find out loads more soon and see some amazing miniatures come into Games Workshop. But thanks so much for watching. Please like if you like it, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games.